It's a real honour to be chairman of this revitalised and reborn organisation and to provide leadership for this greatest of all industries.
The Australian tourism industry is among the economy's most prolific exporters, employers and contributors to regional development. And for many years, the Tourism Task Force has provided its members with the chance to influence tourism's public policy development and share in its economic growth. Tourism is vitally dependent on its transport partnership, and the Tourism Task Force has always imposed itself on the national transport equation and related sectors like major events, wine and food, technology and retail. TTF has also turned its attention to the hardware that supports tourism and transport, with renewed focus on the financing, development, regulation and operation of infrastructure.
TTF Australia is all about leadership. It's about trying to provide policy leadership. It's about trying to work in the newsrooms, the boardrooms, the cabinet rooms of Australia to make tourism and transport and infrastructure resonate with the decision makers so that our member businesses do well and our national industry does well, because it's not just about our industry economy, we are increasingly one of the major pillars of the national economy.
TTF Australia is the new name for this exclusive forum. Its diverse membership is its greatest strength and gives TTF Australia the ability to present an industry point of view that no government, no investor and no media can afford to ignore.
We are a competitive industry. We compete for finite resources called capital, and the tourism industry has got to be very effective and increasingly so in future in generating satisfactory returns on funds and dividends for shareholders if we hope to grow and prosper, which is the opportunity for Australia in the future. I think it's fair to say that a very significant proportion of tourism in Australia is carried on in regional Australia, and it's therefore critical that regional Australia has a voice in terms of the big decisions in the federal and at state arenas, and certainly TTF affords that opportunity.
In a country like Australia, infrastructure is critical to the tourism industry. TTF Australia has played an important role in making sure that we get major projects moving in this country. Projects like the Spencer Street redevelopment in Melbourne, which involves both the private and public sector. These projects are critical to the tourism industry being successful.
The infrastructure that goes with aviation and transport is critical again to the business. It's also very, very important that you relate that to the political scene, because again, the two are totally linked. The benefits of working with TTF Australia, who can look after that whole of the nation's interest, is actually critical to our success.
The question is, would you expect to see hospitality, wine and retail as part of the tourism industry? Of course you would. TTF Australia brings those players into the mainstream and puts a voice to them.
I think the TTF's access to Canberra is important. We've appreciated the ongoing support that the TTF Australia has provided to state and federal tourism marketing authorities. We've really appreciated the level of strategic analysis, the inputs on policy, but particularly the access to the investment and business community. I think TTF has been particularly good at providing an understanding and awareness of tourism with the business and the investment community.
As a partner in a professional services firm, it's become exceedingly clear that you really can't provide advice in a vacuum. You really need to have a deep understanding of the business drivers for the industry which you're serving. And the TTF has provided, for us, a fantastic opportunity for us to get a depth of understanding of those things.
As an architect and director of a national architectural practice, TTF Australia has been incredibly helpful in putting together the right environment to allow development to happen and to allow us to participate in development on a national scale.
Plenty of people said when we started many years ago that TTF wouldn't last, but we've gone on, we've evolved, we have a new horizon, but the base parameters remain the same. It's our job to give representation to our members. It's our job to talk to governments, to investors and to the media about our industries. It's our job to try and make our members' bottom lines improve by their involvement in TTF. I'm looking forward to the next generation of TTF to continue our professional engagement, to continue to work with governments across the political spectrum and continue to provide the representation that our members deserve.